What is good, everybody? It is your boy Pat the Designer back at it again. How are y'all feeling today? Man. A lot of crazy stuff going on. A lot of crazy rumors being thrown around. People are talking about, should the Chicago Bulls be in on trading Lonzo Ball? Before I get to that, shout out to Thirst Trapping. They hooked me up with some dope gear, so I appreciate the love. Make sure that y'all check them out on Instagram. Lonzo Ball to the Chicago Bulls. Should this happen? Should this happen? My vote is no. My vote is no. I don't think that the Chicago Bulls should be in on Lonzo Ball for the 7th pick in the draft. And that's what people are talking about. Should the Bulls be trading the 7th pick in the draft for Lonzo Ball? And my vote is no. I don't want to see that. I don't want to see that. The Chicago Bulls have a team right now that is trending in the right direction. Could Lonzo Ball be a decent part of that team? Yes. Don't get me wrong when I say that. Don't get me wrong when you think that, when I say that the Chicago Bulls shouldn't get Lonzo Ball, that I don't think that he could be an asset to this team. Sebi Podcast and Alive, what's good, bro? But I feel like the Chicago Bulls should not be giving up picks for Lonzo Ball because I feel like he's an asset that you can find in this draft if you really had to. I feel like there's a Lonzo Ball type player in this draft if you needed to go get one. I think the Chicago Bulls could benefit from a player of Lonzo's ilk, somebody who can move the ball well, somebody who can play great defense, be there, be able to guard pretty much 1 through 4 pretty well. But I think that at the end of the day, you got to look at what's best for the team, what's best for your whole plan moving forward. And I don't think trading the number 7 pick does that. I've seen a couple guys. I've looked at a couple of videos. I'm going to post those videos also. But I've looked at a couple of videos of guys who the Chicago Bulls could go get. I've looked at Darius Garland. I've looked at Kobe White. And honestly, I feel like the Chicago Bulls' best move would be to look at some talent like that. Somebody who, I watched the Kobe White video and I'll post that one too. But somebody who moves the ball great. Somebody who's quick. Somebody who has good court vision. That's Lonzo Ball right there. What does Lonzo Ball do overwhelmingly great that you want to give up the 7th pick for? I don't see it. Went offline real quick. Are we back? Did it come back? There we go. Sorry about that. Went offline real quick for some reason. But yeah, I think Lonzo's just another piece, man. I think that the Bulls can find better assets elsewhere. I don't think he's something that you need to have on your team. I don't think he's something that you need that makes or breaks you. That's really what it comes down to. What makes or breaks you? And I don't think Lonzo Ball makes or breaks this team. I don't think that Lonzo Ball is the end-all, be-all of this team. I don't think that he puts you to that next level. And that's what it comes down to for me. Who puts you on that next level? Who puts you on that next plane? I think that he would fit well, but he's not worth the pick. Campus time and alive. Lay GM will make moves. They're going to make moves. But do you think that Lonzo Ball is a move that the Chicago Bulls need to get to that next level? Do you think that Lonzo Ball is the thing that pushes the Bulls over the top, that makes them a playoff team, that makes them a perennial contender? I don't. And I'm willing to take a better chance at getting whatever pick it is this year in the draft, whoever it may be. I'm willing to take that chance over hitching the wagon to Lonzo Ball. Now, I think Lonzo does need to get out of LA. They have LaVine. Why would they go with Lonzo? Well, LaVine's not a point. LaVine's a 2. There's been a lot of talk that Lonzo Ball could be coming to the Bulls in a pick, in a trade for the number 7 pick, but I'm not on board with it. I'm not on board with it. I think there's better talent. There's better veteran talent out there that you can go get. And I don't want to see the Lonzo D. Rose show in Chicago again, because I know this is the Bulls trying to backtrack and trying to save it. Oh, well, we traded a number 7 for a guy that once went number 2, number 1 overall? No, he was 2. I think Fultz was 1, right? We traded 7 for a guy who was a top 3 pick. No, I don't want to see that. I don't want to see that. I'm tired of the consolation prizes. I'm tired of seeing the consolation prizes for the Chicago Bulls. We need to be better. We need to be better. Go find you your guy. Every year we see somebody who is like, oh, man, I wish the Bulls had drafted him. We never draft him. Yeah, you got 7 again. You got 7 again. It's tough. But you gotta fight through. You gotta figure it out. You gotta figure it out. And trading for a guy who we've seen consistently is not a shooter, cannot shoot free throws well. Does that mean he can't improve? No, but I'm tired of seeing projects in Chicago too. We're holding out hope. We're holding out hope, right? Oh, we got this guy. He could be great. But he had this issue. That's what the Bulls did with Campaign. Oh, he was high on our draft board when he was in the draft. Nah. I'm tired of that. I'm tired of that. I'm tired of seeing that. I'm tired of seeing the Bulls make the same mistakes, doing the same things over and over again. We got to be better as an organization. We've got to be better as an organization. We're running our team like a small mom and pop shop. That's a joke. Trading top 10 picks for guys who, if you're going to trade a top 10 pick for guys who are in the league right now, go get somebody with more ilk than Lonzo Ball. Because Lonzo's not going to do anything different than these guys coming in the draft would. He's going to be an above average. And don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I'm not here to rag on Lonzo. Lonzo is an above average point guard. But he's not great. He's not going to change this franchise. He's not going to push this franchise forward. So why hitch your wagon to him? Go find you a guy in the draft, a Kobe White, a Darius Garland. See if somebody falls. See if it's somebody who isn't already there, who maybe isn't all the way up on somebody's draft board. But you know Go find that guy that you felt. You felt Chandler Hutchinson was that guy so much you promised him you'd draft him. So go find that guy. Kemp's time. They should go for Durant and give Markkanen and some others. Durant's not an option in Chicago right now. One, because they made the trade for Michael Porter Jr. I wish they had Michael Porter Jr. Otto Porter. They don't have the money to go sign a Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant's not even looking at Chicago on their board. And that's another thing with Chicago, too. We got to get the free agent view up. We got to get to a point where free agents want to come here. We're a joke as a franchise right now. Bulls aren't doing good now. Dude, Dan 21. Hey, shout out to you. Yeah, they're not right now. They're definitely not. Campus time. Chris Middleton hasn't signed yet. Maybe Bulls should make a move. Chris Middleton is an interesting piece, but I don't really know where he fits in with us right now. We got Zach LaVine at the 2. I mean, I guess Middleton could play a low point. He does do a little bit of point. But you know what? Honestly, why would those guys leave? That's the question. Why would those guys leave? They got a nice thing going on in Milwaukee right now, right? I don't think Chris Middleton feels like he's playing second fiddle. I think he feels like he's a major part of that offense. He felt strong enough about it last night to pull up for a game-winning 3 when you're down 2. There's a lot to be said about this Bulls team, man. There's a lot of directions that they could go. Campus time, bro. They need all-star caliber player, and I'm not seeing this in the near future. This is the thing. You never know, but honestly, the whole point of this is to tell people to ease off of that Lonzo Ball talk. You know what I'm saying? Because that's not the star of the future. Now, everybody wants – this is the thing. We compare it to everything else. So everybody wants it to be like the D'Lo situation in Brooklyn, right? All of a sudden, D'Lo was a god. D'Lo was a god in L.A. But he's been on record saying, I wasn't practicing as much. I wasn't doing as much because I was in L.A. I was living that L.A. life. You're not doing that in Brooklyn. It's cold. Should the Chicago Bulls be in on Lonzo Ball? How do you feel about it? Should the Chicago Bulls be in on Lonzo Ball? My vote's no. My vote's no. That's not a rag on Lonzo. That's not to say that he can't be a good NBA player, that he can't improve year to year, which I think we saw that he did improve a little bit last year. Injuries took their toll on him, but he did improve. His defense is top caliber. His ball movement is top caliber, and he's athletic than a mug. But he's not worth the number 7 pick. He's nowhere near worth the number 7 pick in the draft. In a draft that's low, might I add. In a draft where, honestly, after the top 3 guys, nobody really knows what anybody's going to be. He's still not worth that top pick. We're live on YouTube right now. If you're in the live right now, please like the video. Please subscribe to the page. We appreciate the love. This is Pat and the people. I'm Pat. Y'all are the people. I want to hear your opinion on it. Should the Bulls be in on Lonzo Ball? Campus time. Nah, Lonzo is not a leader. He is too young to make the Chicago Bulls, to make a change in the Bulls franchise. He is good, but not what the Bulls need. Honestly, I wouldn't go as far as saying he's not what the Bulls need. They do need an above-average point guard. His skill set, they do need, but you also need that shooting with it. You also need a guy who can make above 45% of his free throws. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not saying that Lonzo Ball is a bad player. Lonzo Ball is what he is right now. He's a top defensive player. He can guard 1 through 4. He's a great facilitator, somebody who can move the ball. These are things that the Bulls also need at the point guard position. But he's not over the top. He's not that next level guy. He's not somebody who you should be giving up the number 7 pick for. I don't see that. I don't see that. You can go find those guys. What he brings to the table, you can go find a guy that already has that. And maybe more. Now with Kobe White, you're probably lacking a little bit more on the defensive side. From what I've seen, he's a good defender, not a great defender. But he can shoot that ball. He can shoot the ball. The Chicago Bulls got to make steps moving forward, man. They got to make intelligent steps. And if you're going to go get veterans, if you're going to go get guys who can improve the team, that's fine. But let's find guys who are improving the team, who are taking us to that next level. I'm tired of the consolation prizes, like I said before. I'm sick and tired of them. Every year the Bulls have a new consolation prize. Every year. Oh, we didn't get anybody in free agency. Nobody's looking here to trade. We're not going to be able to get any of the big names. Otto Porter Jr. And I like Otto Porter. I think he's an excellent shooter. I think he's one of the best shooters in the league. We saw with the Bulls last year, when he was aggressive, the Bulls played better. When he was aggressive, the Bulls played better. Zach LaVine played better. Larry Markkinen played better. You add Wendell Carter into that mix. Wendell Carter probably would have had a field day on the pick and roll with him. But he's still a consolation prize. He's not what the Bulls wanted. Honestly, he's not what the Bulls wanted. The Bulls went after Otto Porter because they realized we're on nobody's radar. Nobody's looking to come here. We can't even get Anthony Davis, who's from here, to come home. We can't get people who grew up rooting for the team to come home. That's a problem. That's a problem in your franchise. And you need to look within your franchise and see what you can do to change that, because that is a big problem. When you can't get the people who actually grew up loving the Chicago Bulls to come here, that's a problem. People who come home, who spend their summers off in Chicago, that's a problem. We got to get it together. We got to get it together. How do you feel about it? How do you feel about the Chicago Bulls possibly going after Lonzo Ball? Let me know in the comments below. I'm going to get out of here. Please like the video. Please subscribe to the page if you have not already done so. We're going to be covering the Bulls all summer long. We also talk Bears. We also talk all NBA. Let's be honest. We talking all NBA. If you haven't done so, check out some of the previous videos of me losing my mind to the Bulls getting the number 7 pick. I think that video is at about 1,800 views or something. So moving in the right direction, man. Do you think the Chicago Bulls should be in on Lonzo Ball? Let me know in the comments below.